The Mick Donato Show starts now.
Hey folks, how you doing there? Welcome back to the Mick Donato Show. I'm your host, Mick Donato, and there's my producer, Danny.
Hello, I'm Danny.
Yeah, it's Danny.
Yeah.
Back for 2019. Got a new shirt. Present from Laurie. Like it?
Oh.
Looking good. Been off for a couple of weeks, but it's been busy. Got a lot done. And I'll talk about that. But first and foremost, as you know, for all your Mick Donato needs, just go to the website, mickdonato.com. It's all right there. You can check out the show archives, buy some merch. For God's sakes, buy some merch. Danny's got a college fund he's trying to start. That'd be helpful. But more importantly, a big announcement to make. This year, Danny got us signed up with a new podcast hosting site called Podbean.
Podbean.
Yeah, pretty cool. Danny, I just got it.
Wait, what?
I just got it.
What did you get?
Podbean? Bean Pod?
Oh!
That's what they did. They took a bean pod.
I never even realized that. And then it also makes sense because pod, like podcast.
Go Pats. So we're there. So what's Podbean? We'll go to podbean.com. And a bunch of podcasts there. You can find us. Just search Mick Donato. And more importantly, you can download the app on your phone. Your Google, Apple, doesn't matter.
Or your iPad or any other mobile device.
Yeah, the whole thing. And then you can watch the shows on your phone. If you just want to listen, just download the video, push play, put it in your pocket, and move on. That's what I do to the Anthony Cumia show. Yeah, and then if I hear him saying, "Oh, we're going to watch this video," I bring it out and look at it. So I got a little cough. But if you remember, I did a poll on the Facebook about, do you want to see video, audio? I'm trying to do both. So that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, go to podbean.com. Check out the shows. All the archives are there. Danny has been furiously posting them the last couple of days. And it's great. Of course, we're still on YouTube. So go to the YouTube, Mick Donato. We're there. You can see most of the shows, the ones that the corporate suits let through. You know, most of them are there. And here's the thing, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, and let's get the numbers up. Currently, I have 15 subscribers, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
And in 2019, I would like to get that up to 50.
That is so many.
Can I do that? 50?
I don't know.
Is that a lot? I don't know.
I have like over 70 on mine.
Your channel. Yeah, your channel's been around longer. 5 of those are probably your mom.
No.
Go Pats.
Only one is
fighting off some little thing here. But that's YouTube. Twitter. I don't do much on Twitter other than just promote the show. But I have like 10 followers. If you could follow me on Twitter, what that does, that helps me when I reach out to people like the great Dave Landau, and other comics. Say, hey, can you help me out? They see you have more followers. They see, hey, this guy's probably legit. So hit me up on the Twitter and Facebook. Currently, I have like 61 friends. Friend me, for God's sakes. Friend me. I want to get 100 friends on the Facebook, Danny. Think I can do that?
No.
Well, we'll see.
I'm kidding. You probably can.
We'll try. Here's the thing, folks. Trying to rally the troops. A lot of people say, Mick loved the show. My wife loves the show. My friend loves the show. Then I go look at how many views. I got like 6 views in the last video. So I don't know if you're watching it in a movie theater, but, need the clicks. And the other thing, if you have ideas for show topics, maybe a news story or a viral video, or an idea for a guest, you know what you do? You email Danny. It's Danny@mickdonato.com. All right?
Yep.
Danny@mickdonato.com and say, hey, here's a show idea, or you should get this guy a gal on. And he'll look at it and see what we can do. So, need your help. A lot of this has come from the fact that over the break, you know what I did?
I don't know what.
Well, you know what I did. They don't know what I did. Remember Kyle from Who Are These Podcasts?
Oh yeah.
A great guy. I actually talked to him on the phone.
Whoa.
I sent him an email. Said, hey Kyle, I need some advice. You listen to a lot of crappy podcasts. We don't want to be one of those. So, and he actually talked to me for about an hour. Great guy, fantastic, and gave me some advice. One of them was, try to get your podcast on audio and video. So talked about that. The other one was, have a regular schedule. So we're going to get you a show every Monday morning this year. Yeah, we'll try.
Oh, I get it. Because we can record it
this week notwithstanding, because by the time this show comes out, it'll be Monday night. But we're going to do our best. Danny's a busy kid, got a lot of homework. And then I asked Kyle just outright, I said, hey man, I appreciate your time. Let me ask you, what'd you think of the show? Yeah, what'd you think of the show? Yeah, because he talked about it, but really, what'd you think? You know what he said?
What?
It's not for me. He was honest. It's not a bad show, just not. But thanks, Kyle. So those are some of our goals. This is show number 17. We started back in, I think, May. I don't know. And I hope to get at least 60 shows out this year. Really, catching some heat, making some progress with the Mick and Otto Show. A lot of that thanks to you fine fans and listeners. So help us keep it up. One more thing before I move on is, as we introduced last time, we're going to keep in 2019 is the Mick is rude to Danny counter.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again, one of my resolutions to be nice, so you keep track.
I forgot about that.
Keep track. Been good so far, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 0 now.
I mean, the time you said that, probably 5 of my subscribers were my mom.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's rude. It was just an observation.
It's like
anyway, I just want to say thanks to all of you, and of course my biggest fans, emergency responders. That's fire, hazmat, law enforcement, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. I include you, Coast Guard. So God bless you. Thanks for your support, and keep up the good work. And speaking of Coast Guard, Danny, the government shut down right now. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You aware of that?
I'm not sure what they really
Trump
mean
and
by that.
the Pelosi and them, they're like, they're fighting about it. But while the government shut down, a lot of people, including the Coast Guard, because they're under the Department of Homeland Security, they're not Department of Defense, they have to go to work, and guess what?
What?
They don't get paid.
That's stupid.
Yeah, they don't get paid. So TSA is another one.
Okay, wait.
I'm not sure how many TSA fans I have. I don't think they're in a good mood on a good day. But if you're at the airport going through security, say to the TSA guy or gal, hey, God bless. I don't know what to do, but keep up the good work. What'd you say, Danny?
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard that the government shut down, but what does that really mean?
I don't know. Let's talk about the shutdown. So what the shutdown means is the government, meaning the Congress and the president and all that, they can't agree on a budget, meaning how much money that they're going to be allow themselves to spend over the year. The fiscal year, you know what a fiscal year is? A fiscal just means it's not like January to December. Fiscal means it starts at a different time. In the government, it started in October. So it's already January, and they still don't know how much money they can spend. So they got to a point, it's like, we're going to close the government. Yeah, close it means like you can't go to the Smithsonian, which kind of stinks, but the military still, they're still doing their thing. But here's what I think the problem with the shutdown and the whole reason behind it. People say it's because Trump wants a wall. The president, he wants to build a wall along the southern border. You've heard that, right, Danny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here's what I think. I don't think it's so much that he wants a wall. I think he's jealous of China. They have a wall. Pretty damn big wall. So big, it's called what, Danny?
The Great
Wall. And I think Trump looks at China and goes, yeah, they have a wall. I want a great wall.
I want a wall like that.
I want a better wall. It'll be the greatest wall. How high is their wall? Build it 1 foot higher. That's my Trump.
Not bad.
But your dad's been to China. I sent you a picture. Bring up that picture of your dad actually on the Great Wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
you see it there?
Oh my God.
Yeah, bring up that second one. Not that one.
Okay,
Not that
second
one. That one.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's young.
Yeah. But look at that. Look at the wall and all those people.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the Great Wall of China.
That's a big
and
wall.
Trump wants, I think he wants his own wall. Take it down.
I had
Take
no
it down.
clue that my dad was ever at China.
That's what I think. However, if you're not sure how long the the shutdown's been happening, just go to Fox News. They are keeping a counter to the second. How many seconds the shutdown's been happening? Pretty crazy.
Wow.
It's kind of stupid because it's 20, 30 days.
To the millisecond?
But that's like, you know what that's like to me?
What?
Tracking the length of the shutdown in seconds. That's like keeping track of how many inches Tom Brady's going to throw for in the game tonight.
No, but it probably goes like.
It's like, why?
It probably shows hours and then minutes and seconds.
Yeah, well, days, but
days, hours, minutes, seconds. Yeah.
He understands how time works. That's good. But it's like the game tonight, the AFC Championship. It's a Sunday. We're getting this done before the game, and I'll give you my prediction here in a minute. But it's like them keeping track. Oh, Tom Brady threw for 300 yards, 12 feet, and 7 inches. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Just keep track of the days. That's what I think.
I think I prefer the seconds. The very
All right,
specific.
enough out of you. Real quick on the game, because I got some more stuff to get to. Pats play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship tonight, 6:40. Can't wait. Should be a good game. Actually, as we're doing this show, the NFC Championship is happening. Rams and the Saints. I really don't care about the NFC. Whatever. Whoever wins, that's who the Pats going to play. That's what I think. But it should be a great game. Can't wait. And here's my prediction. You can write it down. Because the Pats, people said, they're done. Tom Brady, he's 40 years old. He's done. You don't have to literally write it down.
Oh.
I love this kid. Here's what I say. I say Tom Brady throws for over 300 yards. And I say it's Pats over the Chiefs 28-17. Yeah, it's not a blowout, but it's a significant win. It's no question.
Don't you
Into the fourth
300
quarter.
yards, 12 feet, and 7 inches.
How many inches? So Pats over the Chiefs 28-17. And I also think that in the NFC game, I'm not watching it now, that the Rams are going to win. It's going to be Pats Rams in Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Basically the underdogs because both of those teams are playing away. Now, having said that, who knows? Tom Brady could blow out an ACL in the first quarter, and it's all over. Stranger things have happened. But another prediction I have is regardless of what actually happens, there's going to be at least one controversial call. One call where it's probably goes for the Patriots and people are like, play the replay 10 more times. I don't know. That's my guess. Probably going to happen that way. But go Pats. I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks because you're going to win the game. So should be good. Can't wait to see it. So you don't care.
I don't care about sports.
You could not care less. I tell you. Whatever.
Everyone's talking about it. I'm like, oh wait, they're playing tonight.
Go Pats.
Okay, cool.
What else? Oh, speaking of Pats, yeah. So as you know, if you are a football fan of any kind, Pats play. Where do the Pats play, Danny? You know the name of the stadium?
And I don't.
Gillette Stadium.
Gillette, I knew that. I was
All
going
right.
to say
You know
that.
what Gillette is? Any clue? What is it?
It's a stadium.
Okay, so Gillette is a company that makes products. Specifically, they make razors.
Oh
For
yeah.
shaving.
I've seen.
And they make other stuff too.
I've
Shaving
seen-
cream. I don't know.
I've seen commercials for that.
Well, speaking of that, so a lot of controversy recently about a commercial that Gillette put out, where basically they're making men look like wimps, right? They're making men look like, well, actually, they're making men look like bad guys, and they want to turn them into wimps. So that's what they're doing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I'm going to play the commercial, and we'll talk about it. But it's kind of controversial because of what Gillette is sort of promoting here in terms of society. When just sell razors. All right. So I sent you the clip. Go ahead and play it there, Danny. Watch on the monitor.
That sounds really stupid.
And yeah, bring it up there. Push the button. All right, there it is. All right, so here's a guy. All right, so there's a couple of kids fighting at a picnic. That's a pretty big picnic, by the way. Look at all those guys. And there's, there's Terry Crews. Lots happening. Flash. So again, there's the kids. There's a couple of other kids. There's a kid. They're basically saying, all right, take it down, Danny. It's quick.
That was fast.
Let's talk about this.
That's
What
kind
this-
of a
yeah,
lot
go ahead,
at
Danny.
once. It's kind of hard to keep track of what was happening.
Well, it's fast, but what they're saying is because of the kids of tomorrow, the grown-ups, the dads. I got a couple of kids. Your dad. Is we got to be a good example, which I agree with. However, what they mean by good example is be a wimp, in my opinion. Like they show those kids fighting.
Yeah.
You ever fought with a kid just in a playground or whatever? Just scuffle.
Not really.
Well, if that had been you, let's say we had a birthday party and you and my kid Liam, you were fighting. You know what I would do?
What?
I'd walk over. I in my kid Liam, I'd basically kick him in the head and say, "What are you doing? Get up! You two go get a hot dog and just get out of here." And you know what would happen?
What?
I guarantee 10 minutes later, you'd be best friends. Because they were probably fighting over who knows what. You got to let kids be kids. That's what I think. And but what's more important is you got to teach your kids, whether it's you got a boy or girl, is how to take up for themselves. You can't trust that everyone's going to be a nice guy. Take up for yourself. That's what I think. And of course, you got to be a nice person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying be a jerk, but shouldn't be taking your parenting advice from a razor company. Does that make sense, Danny?
Not really.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Wait, do you mean take parenting advice from a razor company?
Yeah, and look, I go by the golden rule. I think we all know. What's the golden rule, Danny?
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah, treat others how you want to be treated. Now, having said that, doesn't really work if you like being treated like crap. I don't know. If you're the kind of guy who's like, yeah, I like to be beat up. Well, it doesn't mean you go beat up people. You get my point, folks. So, pretty controversial. But I thought it was crazy. Just be nice to people. Let the kids fight it out. Let's move on. It's kind of annoying me. Commercial. So it's Sunday. Tomorrow is the Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Right? You know who Martin Luther King is, right? Tell the folks who Martin Luther King Jr. is.
You really think I wouldn't know who he is?
Explain who he is.
I don't think anyone watching doesn't know who he is.
Would you explain who he is for the viewers?
So he was a long time ago, when segregation was a thing and all that.
Not that long ago, by the way, which is important. You're right, but it wasn't that long ago.
It was 19 something.
In the 40s.
40s.
Yeah, it'd be before that, but 40s, 50s. It was a civil rights movement. Yeah, go ahead, Dan. You get it.
I was not okay. Yeah, but anyway, there was segregation and racism and all that, and Martin Luther King Jr. was someone who really didn't like that and stood up for equal rights for all races.
Yeah, I think you got the point. And, of course, a lot of people didn't like it for good reason.
He's been to prison.
But he was a great leader, a well-known guy, and God bless him. And, we celebrate his it's not his birthday. His birthday is the 15th of January. I looked that up. I was curious. But they always celebrate it on a Monday. So, anyway.
He was assassinated.
He was.
Yeah.
But, interesting fact about Martin Luther King Jr., the great Dr. King. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
But not a real doctor. Like your mom and dad,
Yeah.
they're not real doctors. When I say that, they're not physicians, right? So he was a doctor and I don't know, being a minister, theology, whatever. But I got to thinking, what if you went in for like gallbladder surgery? You know,
Sorry.
I got to have my gallbladder removed. And the nurse says, well, here, the doctor's coming. He walks in, it's Dr. King. I'm not making light of Dr. King, right? I'm just saying, in general, people call themselves doctor who aren't a physician. What do you think that'd be like?
I mean, technically I'm a type of doctor. So.
We're going to move that gallbladder and rise above the illness. This too shall pass. Gallbladder free at last. Folks, I'm not making fun of Dr. King by any means. Great man. I'm just saying. I just get a kick when people who are physicians call themselves doctor. Like your mom and dad. They don't do that. That's what I think of, folks. That's what I think of. All right. Speaking of doctors, we're going to do a new segment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we came up with a new segment. And this is actually part of one of my goals. What goals in 2019? I want to get smarter.
My only goal in 2019 is to not die.
Yeah, well, see what you can do there. But I want to get smarter. So what I decided to do was for, not every show, but every once in a while, I'm going to pick a topic about science. Some sort of science topic, right? And I'm going to go to Laurie. Say, Laurie, help me learn this topic. And then we're going to do a segment on the show called Science Corner with Uncle Mick.
Hey, Uncle Mick. And now it's time for Science Corner with Uncle Mick. Pay attention, kids.
Welcome to Science Corner with Uncle Mick. We're here in the lab, and in this first installment, I thought I'd talk about a topic that kind of has always bugged me a little bit. I wasn't sure. So I went to Laurie, and she helped me straighten it out. And it's about physics. So we're going to learn some physics today, Danny.
Cool,
Yeah.
physics.
So the topic is usage of the term rate of speed. You ever heard that term, Danny?
Kind
Like, you're in school. I don't know if you're in physics yet. Like a cop would say, someone would say, oh, that guy was traveling at a high rate of speed. You ever heard that?
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, it turns out that is actually not the correct term. Okay? And I am going to explain why. Many people think that rate of speed refers to how fast you're going. Well, let's dig into the details. Rate, by definition, is simply the change of some quantity with respect to time, like an interest rate, the change in your money, as it grows over time based on interest. Okay? Speed is, by definition, the change of distance over time. So if you're going 80 miles an hour, you would cover 80 miles in 1 hour. However, the internationally accepted unit for speed, or SI unit, is meters per second. Now, speed itself is actually what's called a scalar quantity, which means it has magnitude, but no direction. Velocity, on the other hand, is what's called a vector, which means it has both a magnitude and, get this, Danny, direction.
Whoa.
So a velocity can be either positive if it's moving towards the right, or negative if moving towards the left. So you see the difference in speed and velocity. Now, if you use the term rate of speed, you're actually referring to the change in the speed with respect to time, which by definition is acceleration. And the SI units for acceleration are meters per second squared. So, if you're ever pulled over by a cop and he says, hey, do you know what your rate of speed was? You can say, well, officer, I was going 80, but I had my cruise control on, so my rate of speed was 0.
This has been Science Corner with Uncle Mick. Hope you learned something.
Danny, that actually made my head hurt.
Seriously?
A little bit. Oof. A little bit of a headache, folks, after going through that. But I don't know what you think. You learned something?
Yep.
Try to make that maybe a regular part of the show. Go Pats. Now, having said that, if you are a cop and someone says to you what I told them to, you have my permission to whack them on the head with your flashlight. Yeah, not hot, not police brutality, but just for being an idiot. That's clearly, even though technically correct, that guy or gal would deserve to be dealt with. So I'm going to wrap up. Hope it was a good show. It covered kind of a lot here, a lot of new stuff. Again, go to the website for all your needs, mickdonato.com. You can see the shows. You can buy some merch, check out info on the show and all that. I also link from there to the new hosting service, Podbean. Podbean.com. All the shows are there. Go get the app on your Android, or your Apple, or your iPhone, whatever it's called, your tablet, whatever. Just go get the app and download the shows and watch them when you want. And make sure, again, on the YouTube, you're going to subscribe. On the Twitter, you're going to, follow. On the Facebook, you're going to, friend me and all that. And follow me on the Podbean. Because need your help, folks, to make this show grow and grow and grow in 2019. And also, any show ideas. Hey, if you want us to cover a certain topic, show a video, or you have a guest idea you'd like us to have one, it's Danny at mickdonato.com. Danny at mickdonato.com. Danny, any last thoughts before we wrap up? Come on, quickly. 5 seconds.
Happy New
Okay, we did the New Year show already. All right, apparently nothing. So, no thoughts from Danny, but I just want to say as we sign off, God bless all the emergency responders, police, fire, law enforcement, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Hang in there. God bless you for what you do. And I just want to say good luck, stay safe, and thank you for your service. We'll see you next time.
This has been the Mick Donato Show.